Welcome back to Class Meetings Volume 3, featuring Ms. Kelly Gonzalez, the Assistant Principal for 11th graders, and Ms. Valerie Hall, Assistant Principal for the 10th graders.
Good morning, Gators. I'm Ms. Gonzalez. I'm an administrator here. I'm work with the juniors. I'm going to go over a couple of things with you today about dismissals, riding buses, and some safety situations on campus. So this year, I know that you've already noticed that we're going to have 3 separate bells. So the first bell that rings is at 2:40, and that bell is for our bus riders and our walkers. So if you ride the bus or if you walk home, then this is the time that you would leave. Your bus driver is going to give you a sticker. So that sticker lets you have permission to get out of class. The second bell that rings is the car riders. That bell is going to ring at 2:42. And then the third bell that's going to ring is going to be our car riders, students who get picked up by a parent or someone else at 2:45. Our car rider line has changed a little bit this year. So our new line is going to enter from the backside of the track off of Church Point, and then you're going to run around. They'll run around the back of the campus, and so you're going to get picked up in the bus lane. While you're waiting in the bus lane,
for itinerant staff.
please walk all the way forward, and so get picked up at the front of the line and not towards the back of the line nor towards in the black lot. If you leave on the wrong bell, so if you don't ride a bus or if you aren't driving and you leave at the first or second bell, you can receive a behavior clinic. So every time that you leave on a wrong bell, that's going to be a behavior clinic. While you're on the bus, it's important that you follow all the rules that are set by the bus driver. That's for your safety, to ensure that she can drive safely and get you to school. Make sure that you're wearing your mask every time you get on the bus, and make sure that you're sitting in your assigned seats. Any referral from a bus driver, they're subject to discipline consequences as well. Remember to get your bus stickers and get to the buses in the afternoon as quickly as possible. Some of you have already missed the bus because you're getting to the buses later. Pay attention to the announcements, pay attention to the bells, so that way you know that you can get to the bus as quickly as possible so that you don't get left behind. If you are a walker, you're going to need to bring a permission from your parents, a note to the office, to the main office, or you can bring it to the Freshman Academy with permission that states that you're going to be a walker, and then you will give you a sticker to put on the back of your ID as well. If you are a driver on campus, please remember that driving is a privilege. It's not something that you are entitled to. So if you are driving recklessly in the parking lot, if you're speeding, if you're driving over the medians, your parking privileges can be revoked at any time. You must have a parking pass to be on campus, and you have to park in your assigned lot. If you are parking in the wrong lot or if you are not following the rules, then you can be issued a parking violation. Your parking pass can be revoked after your second suspension. So you want to make sure that you're always following the rules. We also are going to start doing some crisis drills at the end of this month. Every month we'll have a different drill. Because of COVID, our drills will look a little bit different this year. You won't be going out to the fire lane, but your teacher will be reviewing those procedures with you, because it's important in the time of crisis. You want to make sure that you understand what's going on and what you're supposed to do, so that way you're paying attention, listen to your teacher. This is not the time that you're going to be playing around or acting silly, because we need to make sure that we understand what happens in case of a crisis.
All right, guys, we're going to talk about lunch. Like I said, we're going to talk about lunch. So we have 5 lines available at all times. You have 2 hot meals and 2 sandwich lines in the front of the cafeteria, and then we have pizza served in the back of the commons. We have hand washing stations, so please make sure that you are washing your hands or sanitizing before you eat lunch. And just a reminder, inside the commons, we have 2 types of tables. We have a single table. We're going to sit 2 to a table. And then in our double table, it's 3 to a table. We have green pieces of tape to make sure that you are spaced appropriately. So make sure you follow our seating arrangements. Just a reminder that we have our booths set up. We can have a maximum of 25 people in each of those booths when you're in the commons. We also have 25 people who can fit in the back of the commons. And then the stage is also another place where you can eat lunch. Another 25 can sit up there. Make sure you act appropriately in all of these areas. We do have duty teachers on on duty that will make sure that you are spaced and acting correctly. Also, if you're eating, you can eat outside if you don't want to eat in the commons area. You can eat outside on the patio, which is kind of around the corner from our courtyard. You can also eat in our courtyard as well. But in both of these places, you still have to keep your distance, especially in the courtyard if you're standing. I know that it's going to be hard not to stand close to your friends, but please make sure that you are 6 feet apart at all times. Um, let's see, if you're not eating lunch or when you finish eating lunch, we have 2 other places that you can eat. And I'll talk about those a little bit more in a minute, but that is the library or the little theater that is across from the library inside of our main building. And remember, anytime at lunch, you have to keep your mask on and keep that 6 foot social distance. And then a few other things about lunch. There's no charging at any time. And look, if you don't have money in your account and you need to eat, please see one of the administrators on duty. Anytime after you eat, make sure you pick up all of your trash. Also, right now, the vending machines are on, but they will be turned off during school hours. So they'll be turned off from 7:35 to 2:40. But concessions will be available during lunch in our patio area. Like I said, it's kind of around the corner from our courtyard, kind of behind our new building. And like I said before, there's a few new places to be able to eat lunch. As long as you don't have food, you can go into that little theater or our library area, and the patio as well that I talked about concessions is being sold there. Y'all can sit there 6 feet apart. It's a little shadier than the courtyard, but still maintain your 6 feet of distance. Keep your masks on. Continue to wash your hands. Don't share anything with anybody. And of course, when you're in a group, stand 6 feet apart. Don't block any of the walkways, just to make sure that we have, we can enjoy a safe lunch experience.